So let's talk a little bit about power and control. So the very need for power is the need to influence the other, to direct the actions of the other in a way that is in line with your will. So the state of pursuing power or desiring power is a state of immense turmoil and suffering, because if you notice, you cannot even truly control one other person. In fact, you don't even fully control yourself, because just look at your body. Do you run the workings of your body? Most certainly not. Are you running the circulation of your blood? Are you beating your heart? Are you conducting the incorporation of your breaths into your blood and the release of the out breath? Are you conducting the workings of your nervous system, the workings of the senses? Clearly not. So, even when you don't have complete control or power over yourself, having power over the other is a ridiculous concept. So, the solution to the dilemma of power and the desire for power that people have is to go beyond the need for power entirely, and the only way to achieve that is devotion to the Supreme Absolute, or consciousness, or if you want to call it that, God. So, since God alone is and God is perfect, once God is realized, there is no longer any need to control anybody, because perfection implies the end of desire, and therefore the end of the need to derive anything from anybody else. Firstly, there is nobody else, and there is no you either, because both the other and you are God appearing as you and the other. But as a concession to the belief in duality, the belief that there is something other than God, there are two realities, as opposed to the only reality of God. If you do believe in that, then as a compassionate concession to that belief, devotion is a possibility. And if you reach a state of true devotion, the concept of power, or the idea of power, the desire for power, the desire to influence anything, becomes redundant and meaningless, because what is there to change when perfection is? So the immense burden of the pursuit of power is dissolved by the transcendental weapon known as devotion. So the abilities, the money, the influence, the positions that people seek to gain are basically attempts at self-aggrandizement, and that is grounded in the belief in duality and the belief in incompleteness and imperfection. Because when you need to control somebody else or influence somebody else, that implies a feeling of imperfection within you that is causing you to remove that feeling, to attempt to remove that feeling of imperfection by controlling others. So the shift from duality to oneness, the shift from the belief in separation to the perception of inseparability from the sole reality, is the most powerful act that you can perform. And in doing so, you remove the need for power entirely. Power that you never had anyway, and which you struggle to get while you are laboring under the delusion of duality.